Is it this Jerry and Micah, for show or for real? Hank in Virginia listening on 94.1. Morning, Hank.
I think it's show for Jerry, but I think it's for real for Micah. If they trade Micah, I can't see myself rooting for a team that Dak is the quarterback and Micah doesn't play for. I'd switch allegiances.
Mike in Florida watching on ESPNU. Morning, Mike.
I'm on Jerry's side on this. I'm tired of it. Tired of it.
Oh, I'm not fatigued at all. This is getting spicy.
At all? You're not fatigued at all?
Nah, listen, I enjoy it, Smalls. I mean, listen, it's like binge watching Law and Order. You never really get tired of it. It's just like, you know what it is. You know they're eventually going to get the bad guy, but you still want to watch to see how it happens. That's how I feel about the Dallas Cowboys with Jerry Jones, although I will say this. The look and feel of this negotiation is a lot different than negotiations in the past. Mm-hmm. I understand Jerry has always waited until the 11th hour to get these deals done before the start of the season, but it feels like both sides are aggrieved, both sides are dug in. Typically, it's just the player that's upset because management won't pay them what they're looking for or won't pay them when they're looking for it. In this instance, management is upset at the player for not accepting the terms that were put out there earlier this spring. I am fascinated to see when this gets resolved, if it gets resolved. And I'm starting to lean more on that latter point in whether or not this actually happens.
Well, and at the center of all of this is the agent, or the lack thereof, in the negotiations between Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons. And Jerry, he gave us some more sounds. He sees some more stuff to analyze. He was on Michael Irvin's podcast, Sun and Sky Entertainment, and Jerry Jones said this about Micah Parsons' agent and how he has impacted all of these negotiations.
He'd be the highest guaranteed player ever on defense, was what he's been offered. When we wanted to send the details to the agent told us to stick it up our
Wait, now, see, I was
just so you're clear.
Wait. What do you mean? So wait.
Well,
what do you mean? Because people going to
Mike and I talked, and then we were going to send it over to the agent. And we had our agreements on term, amount, guarantees, everything. We were going to send it over to the agent, and the agent said, don't bother because we've got all that to negotiate. Well, I'd already negotiated. I'd already moved off my mark on several areas. And so the issue, very frankly, is we've had the negotiation in my mind, and the agent's trying to get his nose in it right now and try to come in there and improve off the mark that we'd already said. It's the mama-daddy deal. You go into mama, and she won't do it. And she's the boss, so she won't do it. So you run into daddy, daddy says do it, and then you go back in and say, mama, daddy said it was all right.
The mama-daddy deal essentially is suggesting that the agent is messing everything up and pitting both sides against one another, and Micah Parsons is a child caught in between. Your reaction?
So is Micah Parsons your child or is your equal? Because I'm trying to figure it out. Because he's using the mama-daddy deal as an analogy, but he feels like he negotiated a contract with somebody that's an equal. One of the things that's important for fans to understand is that even though everybody purports this illusion of true partnership between players and owners, it's not that. The owner is the boss and the players are the employees. All right? That's how it works on a football team. Ozzie Newsome, general manager for the Baltimore Ravens, used to say 53 independent contractors. And they all report into me. I'm the one that's responsible for putting it together at the behest of the owner. That's the situation that we're talking about right now. Only problem with the Dallas Cowboys is that the general manager and the owner are the same damn person. And when that individual goes to a player and asks him to come into the office, the player is going to go in the office. He's not going to take a beat, try to call his agent, get together a game plan, none of those things. If the owner of the team asks the player to come into the office, the player is going to immediately go into the office. You know why? Because that's the guy that signs the damn checks for everybody in the building. And Micah Parsons has been trying to get a bigger check for the better part of the last calendar year. So for all of the folks out there that are saying, oh, well, Micah shouldn't have gone into the office to talk to Jerry, you have no choice. It's your damn boss. We're sitting here at 7 Hudson in the Robert Iger building. If Bob Iger comes to either one of us and says, hey, can you come into my office for a minute? You're not going to call your agent first. You're going to go into Bob Iger's office.
Oh, yeah, I'm breaking an angle to get to the office.
Exactly. I'm going to beat him to the damn office.
That's right. I'm waiting outside.
That's the dynamic. There's a power imbalance. So when Jerry says he's going into the office, he was in the office with Micah and they negotiated in his mind. We got to be careful with operating under the assumption that there was a true back and forth, that there was a true dialogue when it comes to the nature of contract negotiations. Because I don't believe that's what took place. I believe that a subordinate in Micah Parsons nodded to whatever Jerry Jones was saying, fully expecting that he would be able to talk to his agent and allow David Mulligetta to do the negotiation. But that's not how this went down. And Jerry is trying to hold Micah Parsons to something that he didn't agree to with his counsel. I don't understand why Jerry is trying to strong-arm Micah in this instance. I don't get why you treat your best player this way. It's a bad look for Jerry Jones. It's a bad look for the Dallas Cowboys. And when we're projecting what the Dallas Cowboys will be moving forward, it's hard to have any faith in the way they do business because it feels like, from a business standpoint, the NFL has passed Jerry Jones by.
I'll tell you why. One word, ego. Anytime Jerry Jones talks about this, it sounds like somebody who's throwing a little bit of a tantrum. You didn't do this my way. I've had all this success doing things my way. This is what I did back in the day when I bought the Dallas Cowboys. It was a look in the eye and a handshake, and we worked everything else out later. And you're going to do this my way. So he's thinking, oh, I had Micah Parsons in the room. We talked about it. Everything should just be done. And Micah Parsons is sitting here saying, well, I have someone in my employ that I pay money to make sure that I'm protected in this instance, and I'm not signing anything without him signing off on it. It all makes sense to me. But here's Jerry essentially throwing a fit saying, no, I don't like it. I don't like that you're involving someone else in this because we didn't do it the way I want to do it. He's thinking about himself. He's thinking about how he wants this to go down, not about Brian Schottenheimer, who's trying to get this team ready to play football games for the first time as a head coach, mind you, not the other guys in that locker room that are getting ready to play football games and try to compete. He's just trying to do it his way, and he doesn't like that he feels undermined. Well, one of the things that we've all been talking about with the Micah Parsons deal is, of course, the timeline, because Micah wanted to get this done a year ago, and we keep wondering why Jerry Jones is waiting. He talked about this again on Michael Irvin's podcast, courtesy of Sun and Sky Entertainment. Here's what Jerry had to say about the timeline.
The world would know that I want Micah if they knew what I had offered him, and he knew what, and he knows what I offered him. So the world would know that I want Micah to play on the team and that I respect him for what he can bring to the team. Now, as it turns out in this particular case, you say, well, what happens? Well, what happens is that we have a contract, and there's this year remaining under the contract. And then in the NFL, I get at our volition to extend that contract another year. We'll pay him like a franchise and another one after that. So we really got 3 years to work this thing out. And it's a basic contract that's there to go. I did that with Dak, and we couldn't agree. So Dak played his last year of his contract, and then we franchised him. And so it's exactly what happened with Dak. And we moved forward, and of course, ultimately, we got a contract, made Dak the highest paid player in the NFL. So the president is handling it like Dak.
A lot to react to there, Cece. We're going to get to that on the other side. We're going to break down those comments from Jerry Jones. That's next on Unsportsmanlike. But first, I want to tell you